afternoon. My name is Kayana Stone, and I am pursuing a master's of education in elementary education. The reason that I wanted to pursue a master's of education is because I developed a love for children. Um, as I worked as a behavioral health specialist, I realized that children were my passion, and I started to pursue a job in the teaching field as a teacher at a public school for the school district of Philadelphia. After I did that, they had me to do courses because my bachelor's degree was in political science. So they had me to complete courses that will be in education. So here is my growth plan as an educator. So my graduate program overview is a Master's of Elementary Education that has an initial teacher's licensure. I am required to take 47 credits, and my core courses are instructional planning, methods of strategies of teaching, student teaching, curriculum development, and the final assessment. Um, my licensure and certificate requirements are in Pennsylvania. Obtaining the Instructional 1 certificate requires a combination of education, testing, and clearances. Processing to Instructional 2 involves further experience in education, ensuring ongoing professional development in Pennsylvania. Obtaining the Instructional number 1 certificate requires a combination of education, testing, and clearances. Processing to Instructional 2 involves further experiences in education, ensuing ongoing professional developments throughout the rest of the years. So, as a Pennsylvania teacher, I will need a teaching license that also requires you to have a bachelor's degree and a teacher certificate. They will do background checks. You have to pass the Parks's exams and demonstrate effective training, which will be when I do my student teaching. So maintaining a certificate in Pennsylvania, I will have to maintain the Act 48 requirements for every 5 years. Maintaining this, you must fulfill the Act 48 requirements every 5 years. This ensures that us teachers remain current with the educational best practices and methodologies. You will have to do 6 PDE approved in service credits, have to take 180 educational hours, 1 credit worth of college hours of 30 hours, and to maintain active certification, Pennsylvania educators must fulfill Act 48 requirements again every 5 years. So demonstrating high expectations. Demonstrating high expectations, I am setting high expectations for myself, meaning I'm creating a learning environment where every student can succeed. That is big to me. I feel like as I become a teacher, I realize certain kids feel like they cannot succeed. So I want students to feel that they can. And the best way that they can is by following these protocols. Interrogating educational technology. We are in a day and age where students require technology. And with knowing that, I have to find ways that I can create educational technology for my students to keep them engaged and encouraged to learning. I will use the tools like the LMS platform, parent portals to stay in contact with my parents, um, and other classroom technologies like smart boards, Lumio, things that will keep the students want to be engaged into our lesson. And with doing all these, I will hold our professional standards. Like Principle One, which is the most important, is having a commitment to our students. And that is important to me because that means we are promising our students that we are going to do what's best for them and make sure that they can succeed in all the ways that they can. So another thing that I will do is monthly reflections. I feel like it's important to have reflections because it allows you to see where you have messed up or need help in. I love to grow. I feel like the best thing that anybody can do is grow and find ways where they can grow. And it doesn't hurt. I always tell people ask questions. Ask as many questions as you would like because those questions will help you succeed one day. And that's exactly what I do as a teacher now. But I will continue to do so when the next school year comes up. So review students' assessment and performances is very important because that allows the students to know where they may grow and know where they can succeed. I love when my principal come in to do classroom observations. She can tell me where I may need help. And that's important for me because not only is she helping me, she's helping my students succeed in life as well. And enhanced lesson plans. I feel like that is important. We pre-plan and sometimes our plan does not go as we plan it to be, and that is okay. So I love to enhance lesson plans because some of our students might need a refresher. Some of our students might not need a refresher. We might not have to spend 3 days on an assignment, and that's important to me for us to be able to move forward. So enhancing the lesson plan is important. So legal and policy compliance, we are mandated reporters, Title IX compliance, and equality and inclusion policies, and following student, I'm sorry, and following school and district policies. Staying informed and compliant with laws are essential. I will participate in legal and ethical training and collaborate with my colleagues and administrators to ensure inclusion and safety regarding all of our students and all of the spaces that they will be inhabiting. So my professional one development is integrate culturally responsive training, teaching. So as professional development plan number one, I will integrate culturally responsive training. While doing this, I will enroll in the district equality PDs that they have. My school district, the District of Philadelphia, offers us a lot of different PDs that we can take part in. So that's one way I will do that, and also read literature and also stay in current case studies that are dealing with culturally responsive ways to handle our students. Um, I feel this is important, and other ways that I can do that is by participating in the training that the Philadelphia Department of Education Equality Summit and enroll in student structured learning opportunities. It's the opportunity that they have that deals with neuroscience and cultural responsiveness, which is done with Zaretta Hammond. I will also foster the classroom where all my students will be able to feel safe and seen, respected, and empowered, and succeed academically and socially. And my last professional development is to deepen understanding and integrate of social and emotional learning. I feel like social and emotional learning is very important, and I would love to understand it and know how to add it into my classroom. So as students are facing and increasing emotional, social, and behavioral challenges, social and emotional learning becomes vital to our success. My second professional learning goal is to build that inside of my classroom again, and to also allow students to be able to foster things like emotional intelligence, empathy, and self-regulation. To do this, I will engage in online professional learning modules, and also leading organizations in SEL research and development. I will also seek training in trauma-informed practices to better support my students who may be experiencing these things. I feel like that is important as a teacher to understand what our students go through, because if we don't understand what our students go through, how are we going to effectively help them? So to me, those things are important. These are my plans for what I will be and become as a teacher. Um, I truly believe teaching is a lot more than people actually understand. And I learned that as I became a teacher. As a student, I felt like teaching was very easy and they were here to help us and help me learn and grow. But I realized as a teacher that it's more to that than just helping our students learn. It is We are a part of their lives. We are a part of their community, and we are growing with our students as well. I consider myself their family, and that's what I tell the parents of my students all the time. Look at me as a second family member to your student because I will do everything I can to help your child succeed. And that's why I love teaching, and that is why I am considered pursuing this as my as my profession in life. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.